ओह अच्छा, ओके।
Huh?
On
ओह
audio.
हाँ, मेरे
Let's
को
Okay,
तो
start.
let's start.
1 minute
Let's
थर्टी
start. Live
सिक्स
streaming is on. Let's start.
Please start.
So,
Please start.
a very good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon to our viewers, and good afternoon to the panel members. First of all, I'll start with the heartily congratulations of the Independence Day, which was yesterday, but we can celebrate India's independence any given day. Let there be peace and let there be harmony. To start off with, my name is Swapnidip Biswas. I am a student of third year at IHM Bhubaneswar. Along with me today is Aishani Kurd. She is my batchmate and a very excellent individual. Aishani, over to you now.
Thank you, Sayak, for this lovely introduction. I would like to welcome everyone once again. And today, the budding chef with us is Sayak. He's an amazing speaker, and along with it, he's also a great chef whose core interest lies in cuisine food. And he also has certain channels on YouTube and Instagram in the name of Chopstick Panda. So, Sayak, can you please tell us something about your recipe?
Hi. Good afternoon. I am Sayak Bhattacharya and I am also in the same batch as Swapnadeep and Aishani. I am a third year BSc student of IHM Bhubaneswar, and today I will Bengali cuisine. And talking about me, I am really privileged to be here right now. And I'm very excited of what's going to happen and what's we are going to talk about. So let's hope for the best and hope you enjoy it.
So we will move towards Sayak recipes video.
For the recipe, we need potol or pointed gourd. Peel it and prick it with a fork. Don't throw away the peels. Add little bit of salt so that the water is drained and then fry them later. They are crispy and really delicious with dal. Marinate the potol with oil, salt, haldi powder and red chili powder. Fry them in 2 tablespoons of mustard oil in medium-high heat till golden edges. When the potol gets slightly golden brown, strain it out and keep it aside. When frying potol, if the oil gets too black, change the oil and continue the recipe. Or else you can also continue the recipe in the same oil. For posto bata, we need 2 tablespoons posto, 2 tablespoons chal magoj and 1 tablespoon mustard seed. Grind it dry, then add a bit of water and 2 green chilies and make a paste. And you have posto bata. Don't throw away the extra posto in the mixie. Add a little bit of water and keep it aside. Now, heat up a kadai and add 1.5 tablespoon sorse tel and temper some spices. We will add 2 dried red chilies, 1 elach and half a teaspoon of kalo jire or black cumin seeds. When the tempering crackles, lower the heat, add half a tomato cut into wedges and saute for a minute. When done, add the posto bata and cook in the oil in low heat. If the temperature is too much, the taste of posto will ruin and you will not get the same aroma and flavor of posto. So always cook for less time and in low heat. Cook the masala in low heat for 2 to 3 minutes and then add the pot oil and continue the process. Add 1 to 2 slit green chilies. You can add more according to your taste. If the masala becomes too dry, add little bit of water. Here my masala is cooked, so I will add almost 1/3 cup of water mixed with the rest of the posto so that I waste nothing. Simmer it for another minute or two till right consistency. When the oil comes on top, add salt to taste and half a teaspoon of sugar. Check the seasoning and cook for another minute and turn off the gas. Finish it off with a pinch of fresh black pepper powder and toasted shahi jeera powder. And let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes before serving. And our potol posto is ready. Just before serving it, add little bit of kacha shorsher tel or mustard oil. This will enhance the flavor of the dish as well as give it a complete Bengali nostalgic taste and mouthfeel.
So that was really sumptuous, Sayak. I've started to feeling hungry, and that recipe was comforting, delicious, and to die for. I'm very sure you had lots of fun making it, and specifically the music was amazing. Well, to move on to, I have certain questions from you regarding your cooking, regarding your life. So my first question being, that the kitchen environment is so tough and it is very different from the usual environment in the industry. So what do you think in the toughest, longest hours in kitchen? What is the one thing that motivates you to, just go for it?
The one thing that motivates me, it will be a line from a movie that is, who likes things easy. I don't like things easy. But, and I know that how tough and how challenging being in kitchen is. Since first years we have been compared, our industry has been compared to the Indian Army, right? Our faculties used to say that they carry guns, we carry our karchi. That's the thing, that's the deal. And one of the toughest concept about kitchen, the long hours and the hard work and the physical work you need to work in that. That's the thing that actually attracts me to work even more in the kitchen. I think if I lose any more weight, I will lose that in hotel kitchen only. That's the point.
That was an excellent example, Shayak. You are, known for your technical and great examples, and this is surely one of them. Thank you for sharing that example. And since we are talking about movies, Interstellar has said that what can happen and will happen. The only thing that we fear in kitchen is that our food may be not that great, or we may cook the worst food of our life on a certain day. Okay, so citing that, any food that you have cooked that you term as the worst food you've ever cooked till date, do you have anything in mind for that?
Yep, I actually I have no regrets in cooking any food wrong, because since first year it has been the thing that every time in every week in kitchen class, Sayak has the food wrong, any one item wrong. That was the thing. Sayak Bhattacharya always used to make something out of the box, and that used to be nothing close to the menu. And technically, it is wrong. And technically, I have been doing wrong. And technically, my batchmates were really angry on me because Sayak is doing something different. Sayak is not following the rules. And every time there were things that tasted really good, there were many times which my dish, you know, I ate it and I threw it in the dustbin, but still I loved it. So, talking about the biggest disaster I had, it was in first year. It was in inter inter semester chef competition, I guess, first year, second year, third year. And I was pretty overconfident at that time. And I had a set menu which was too much elaborate and exaggerating for the challenge. It was cooking mutton biryani in 1 hour, and it was a tough thing to do, along with a starter and a dessert, and that I was making it on the dekchi. And that was really painful because I'm proud of my mutton biryani, and suddenly I see that the dish I make the best has gone wrong, and that was a disaster. I remember.
Well, that was an intricate example, and the definition of FAIL, fail, is first attempt in learning. At least for me and you, I know that. And
Yep.
talking about the disaster you said, it was in that chef competition. I was a part of it, and in the last episode, Sumit also shared his example from that certain competition. And I think these are the only steps that allow us to go even higher, that give us the insightful knowledge that this is wrong, or this is something that doesn't go with the time, the ingredients, or something. Well, we learn from our failures and we grow with our failures. Failures and success are part of our life, right? In every chapter of our life,
I
there are a
love the
lot of
goal
failures.
actually. I
Yes,
I enjoy it personally.
yes, you should enjoy your down phase, because if you enjoy your down phase, there is a different joy getting to the up phase, right? Talking
Yep.
about that, there are certain ups and downs in our college life. Having spent 3 years in this college, IHM Bhubaneswar, what is your suggestion to juniors? Like, you know what mistakes we make as rookies, right? So the 3 years experience of your part to juniors, what do you want to say?
Okay. The only thing I want to say to my juniors that first of all, I'll say that be happy that you are a part of this industry you chose. You came to this college. Be proud of that. Never ever regret anything after you enter into a field. Try to find the best of yourself in that. And second of all, what I am really happy about, what my first year experience changed my life, that is my college ripped my internal attitude apart from myself. The attitude and the what I'll say, the overconfidence I had, I got that ripped apart from my inside through the seniors, as they taught me that you know nothing, you have much to learn, you have much to see, you have much to experience, and that was true. And I hope that with future generations and with future every year, the new candidates of hotel management and IHM Bhubaneswar, they should keep on the torch of inspiring their juniors. And I'll just say that carry on with
Well,
what you
that
can
was an
do.
insightful one. That was really insightful one. Specifically, I want to mention that. me and you were working in the mess in our third year, and something that was not planned happened. Um, Talking to which, we had, when we were in first year, we had a certain image of our third years, and when we cross the third year, what, like one or two lines, what is the message that you want to give to people who are just, who have just arrived in their third year? I know it's very different, but something that you want to just say to the third years now.
Oh, make as many juniors as you can and just enjoy your third year. This is your last year, and just enjoy to your fullest. Go out, break rules, and do everything you want to do. Keep on
A
excelling.
great advice, Sayak.
That's it.
So, what is the impression of college you have now to that which one you had it in the first year? Like the first day you came to college and you got an impression, and the last day you left college, what was the impression? How much that impression has been changed?
Yeah. Okay. That's some question. So the first day, I visit to my college, um it was, I was feeling very adventurous that day, and I was feeling to see everything that day about my college and about everything and know everything about it. And my first impression of being in the college, I was excited to see the kitchen when our induction was going on first year. I was excited to see the kitchen and our first was very unexpected due to this quarantine and everything. The last day was very fast. I just expect that I just wish my
Well,
last day in the college had
we
few
all
more
are
hours.
adapting to our new normal, and there is a lot to go for it. So that were some questions from my side regarding college. I believe you have, now we'll move to some questions regarding you. So they're coming up.
So, Sayak, thank you for those lovely and honest experience that you shared with us. Now, I'll be asking you some entertaining, some masaledar questions. So, the first one is there anything or any habit that you have and that you've been doing since your childhood?
Yeah, I have many actually. Um, First of the thing, the habit that I have is drawing on the top of any copy or anything. I draw something along with what I write. That's one of the things that is never gonna go away when I try to maintain a good journal and everything. That's a really hard part. I even drawn something on my FNB journal as well. I
Oh
have
my
that
god.
one. And and second thing that I have is biting my nails, but I make sure that I cut them before I enter kitchen so that I don't bite them. And the, yeah, that's about it. And always, I'm quite introvert person actually. I'm being extrovert here in this platform, but I'm quite an introvert person. So reflecting that shyness in my face, that's what's with me from my childhood. That's what I'll say.
That was a lovely answer, Sayak. I think most of us have been doing a lot of those things that you've mentioned. So, moving on to the second question. My question is, do you ever talk to yourself in the mirror?
No, I don't talk to. I talk to myself, but I don't like take the energy to get up and go in front of the mirror. I just talk to myself. It's like
That's nice.
anytime, anywhere, spontaneous talking.
That's something that's connecting with your mind. That's actually a nice thing. Okay, so my third question is, can you tell me one memory that you have along with your friends in your college that you'll cherish forever?
Yes, actually, uh, the most recurring memory I always have is the first day I entered to my room and I met my roommates. They were, one was North Pole, one was South Pole, one was from East, one was from West, and we were all together. There was a guy who was so so shy and so introvert that I felt extrovert in front of him. There was a Gwalior, and he was the most outbursting and open and energetic personality I've met. And there was another person who is my very dear friend, who is from Kolkata, and he just saw me and he was afraid that a huge person entered the room, and that memory of that memory, which started a great friendship, that was a very recurring one, I would say.
That's nice.
I
I'm
am
sure
I
you'll
was
always remember your friends. Okay, so I
yeah
have
I
one more
was
question.
yeah.
That is, what is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure is waking up 3:30 in the morning, in the midnight. It's morning for me, and cooking something up, being very silent. I feel like a ninja when I do that. I just tip my toes up. Everybody in the house is sleeping. I just switch one light in the kitchen, and slowly something comes out of the fridge, something out comes out of the grocery, and just I'm making something up. Back to my room. That's
That's
my guilty
nice.
pleasure.
Okay, one last question for you. So, as a chef, you might also have tasted a lot of foods. I want you to tell me one food that you tasted that was very nice and one food that was not very nice.
One food that was very nice. Okay, it was I had a calamari pizza, a pizza with squid on it. Thing I had that was a very different experience, and the funny thing was that it was the chef's recipe and I made it. So he told me how to do it. I did it. So it tasted amazing. So that calamari pizza with pesto sauce on the base and lots of cheese above, with some anchovies and olives, that was something. And something that really sucked was that I will not be off. I will not say that it's not good. It's really good. It's very genuine. That's raw sushi, raw salmon, I'll say. I
Uh-huh.
had raw salmon. I worked in the butchery for 3 weeks, and the chef just cut off the end piece of a salmon and just handed it over to me and said that eat it. I said, chef, it is raw. You just eat it. That was an experience because I am not a big fan of fishes, but yeah.
That was a very lovely answer, Sayak. And thank you. We got to know a lot about you from this. And now this is time to invite our guest speaker. So, our guest speaker is Mr. Soumyadeep Roy, who is a faculty member at Amity University, Kolkata. And apart from that, he's also an alumnus from our college, IHM Bhubaneswar. And he has over a decade years of experience in this hospitality industry. Now it's time to introduce our other guest speaker.
So, as we promised in the beginning, we do not have only one but two esteemed guests with us today. So, we have Mr. Rohit Jaswal, who's Divisional Chair HOD of Food and Beverage Service and Assistant Professor at Galgotias University, Noida. He has more of a decade experience in different hotels, and he is also a freelance hospitality and menu designing consultant. We welcome both of you to our platform, sir, and we look forward of a great session with you.
Thank you. Namaskar, सबको बहुत namaskar. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this platform.
Good evening, sir. Sir, so we have a few questions for you. The first question I have is for Mr. Soumyadeep Roy. So my question is, sir, that you have a lot of experience in the hospitality industry. I mean, first you were working in hotels and now you're also a lecturer. So what in your opinion is the best career option for, graduates like us?
See, if you take my opinion, when you are doing hotel management, the first thing that you should keep in mind that you will join the industry to gain the experience, because you are devoting your 3 years completely for a course which has your theory and practical classes both. So the first target is to join the industry. Second thing, when you will join the industry, do not just look for a job. The moment you are targeting job, then your you will not be able to make your career. So always have this word in your mind that you want to make career in the industry. The moment you have this word in your mind, your focus will be on, and you will have your target which needs to be achieved within certain years. That will keep you motivated to have that designation after you spend some certain years in a particular hotel or in a particular chain of hotel you are working with. For example, if we join as a front, initially you will give the
I think Sir is facing some network issues. So, Mr. Jaswal, can I please, transfer this
the
question to you?
company.
Can you tell us what is your opinion?
Okay, surely I would love to answer that. I think Mr. Roy is having some issues. First of all, I would like to thanks to every you all
As
to give me a
your
chance to
provisional
speak on this
period.
format. If Mr. Roy is still connecting, so okay. Great. So guys,
So if you
and
do
Mr.
not
Roy
like
was
the
saying
job
that
and if you leave
I think we are getting some
within
glitches.
those 6 months, then does
Well, sir, we are getting some glitches and we cannot really help it because
nothing that
technology
will
is not in
happen
our
to you
hand.
because the company will not get the chance to evaluate your performance. So the 6 months the company will give you a designation for another 1.5 years, a particular designation, the immediate position.
I think network is not really in our favor, but whatever I could understand from Mr. Roy's perspective, he wanted to say that you shouldn't leave a company as soon as you join it. Sir, if I'm audible to you, am I right? Please clarify, sir.
if this question is to me
Is the
or Mr.
question to
Roy.
me?
Yes, sir, Mr. Roy. If I'm audible to you, I think that was a glitch.
Uh,
Is that question to me? Hello.
Yes, Mr. Roy, this question is for you, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. All right.
I
Thank you so much. Yes, if you take my opinion, do not leave a company getting disappointed with some of the activities of the company, or I don't find the job that interesting, and you leave, because that will affect your CV. You give a company a chance to evaluate your performance, stay with the company for 2 to 3 years. Try and get your promotion in that company. Unless and until you do not find any option there, then you always have an option to try your luck outside. If you are working in chain hotels, the opportunities are good because they have hotels in various parts
Well, sir, thank you
of
so much, sir. I think
the
that there are some
of the
network issues
country
which
and
are
on. You will
glitching.
get the notification. Employees hired the SOPs of.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Jaswal, My question is from you.
Okay.
Specifically, you're from food and beverage background, and there are a lot of aspirant students who want to make their future in food and beverage service and mixology. What do you think your experience will matter to them, and what part of your experience you want to share to them? In the present context, in prior to present context, what is your message?
All right. I would like to start with the things which I actually experienced in my food and beverage. See, when I was in my college, I actually am from the Dehradun college called National Institute of Hotel Management. It was a private college over there, and we have very small thinking. I had a one dream that I will become a chef tomorrow. That's what every hotel management student thinks. कि वो chef की dress मुझे मिल जाए तो that's what my aim is to hit. But trust me, guys, when you enters the industry, you actually understand for what you are making. You have actually came in this industry. I found myself that no, chef is not my department. This is not what I want to be. My department would be F&B. That's I decided when I was in industrial training of Hyatt Regency, New Delhi. So when you are in F&B service, one thing you always need to understand, one thing you always need to remember, that your learning mode should be always for the entire of your life. So that basically mean then you are in the service. It doesn't mean you are a steward, supervisor, you are a manager, or even you are F&B manager. So your learning should not never be stopped. Right. So it is very important to understand when if you're in a service, you may get the manager position very soon. Many of the students who have one dream that why I should get my manager skill next to 1 or 2 years, but this is never happens. Yeah, you need to be very knowledgeable in F&B, even the
Well, sir,
basics.
I have a connecting question. Sorry to interrupt. I have a connecting question that many of the girls do not get a chance to work in a bar as compared to men. What is your opinion about that?
I would say this is 90% true, but not exactly 100%. Many of the girls do not have the interest in bar. That can be one reason, because many of the bars I work with, my manager of the Taj Hotel Rix Bar was the lady. Miss Sharoni Sharma want to put the answer. So it's not nothing like every place is okay for the girls if you want to work over there. You can become even the GMs. We have the example of GMs. We have the F&B managers in the hotel industry who are the females, and they are doing pretty well. So this is something what you want, that should be clear first, and definitely you'll get it. So that's what the moral of the F&B department.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Roy, sir, what is your opinion about that? And I also have a message from your junior, Sir Pratim Chatterjee, is commenting that a lot of memories with you, sir. He was like you were his second year, and you were very helpful to your juniors. So if you can comment.
Yes. See, as you know, in IHM, the juniors remembers he did not remember his face when I saw him after 15-16 years when he joined Amity School of Hospitality. But he recognized me then and there because he was my junior, and I even did not remember when I visited his home where he used to stay during the college days, because we 20 years back we did not have that much of hostel facility which you people are currently enjoying. So most of the students, they used to stay outside of the campus. So Pratim also used to stay outside of the campus. We met definitely, we met. But during these years it's very difficult to remember everybody, but fortunately he remembered me, and right now we are working together in the same Amity School of Hospitality. He is one of the responsible faculty in our F&B department, and I am in front office. So it was it was a usual meeting regularly till the time we get this lockdown. So it's a nice experience working with my own junior after so many years. So we used to cherish memories whenever we sit in the college canteen nowadays, having a tea together. We always cherish our memories of our college, what we used to do, where is the place we used to go for our tea, for our movies, that complex Swati used to tea,
Thank
that
you so much,
complex
sir. Thank you so much for the insight of your college life, and it is really
that Ram Mandir, that Appetite Fast Food Center, these all.
Thank you so much, sir, for the insight of this college life and working with the fellow people who shared your college life. Well, I have a two-part question to both of you. First to Mr. Jaswal. Sir, what do you think it takes to be a better hotelier from the college life itself? What is the thing that needs to be there to in the freshers to be a better hotelier in future?
All right. I am delighted that you asked this question because I was eagerly waiting for this question to be
Answer.
answered.
And sir, I have a connecting question to this. Is that how does hostel life create a hotelier who's just passed out 12th and is going to be in an industry which is so dynamic in the next 3 years? So this is the two-part question. So your thoughts, please.
I'll answer this very quickly, and I will try that you can relate it with five fast because I learned my industry like this. When I joined this industry, I was not very sure. I was the only one who joined in my family the hotel management. And my faculty, I'm very thankful to those that they connected this very easily. Whatever you're doing at your home, is similarly you need to do in your hotel management. You are treating your seniors, you are welcoming your Tauji and Chachaji, you are giving food, you are making their room. Everything is same what you need to do in your hotel management, but only in a professional manner with a better understanding and the knowledge and skills. That's what you need to understand first. Okay? I hope that question is directly related to the first part of yours. Second thing which I can say that yes, if you are a 12th pass and you are going for hotel management, I suggest to go in hostels because guys, understand if you're in the family, you won't be able to enjoy your real college life and you won't understand how exactly it's important to take the challenges in life. So if you are doing the hotel management, I suggest every student to at least go once to enjoy the hostel life, and with the help of your seniors you understand more better way. Because in my home I'm sitting, my faculty teaching me something, I do have some work at home and I will be least bothered to understand. But my seniors, I'm thankful to my seniors, they used to put my name. So my name was, if you can imagine this, my name was Potaj. To remember those 17 courses, although you are Potaj, you are I understood, okay, his name is the entry. So this is how my seniors were teaching us. It's great. It's amazing that you can relate your industry directly. So that's what for this question my end is. Mr. Roy may have different opinions, so I would love to know.
No. It's the same thing because I did not stay in hostels because we were coming back to the home at any time. But in the hostel, there is always a discipline, a particular time limit where you can go out and come back. There is another when you have that chance to head the mess in the hostel, where you will get to that idea of doing indenting, what will be the menu setup and how you will handle the food for the other students of the juniors along as well as your batchmates. So that also give an idea somehow related to your F&B handling a banquet food of kind of a thing. So that is what I can relate, but I do not have that much experience staying in the hostel. So if Mr. Jaswal, if you have stayed in the hostel, you may have a better idea.
I enjoyed my life in hostel a lot.
Thank you so much, both of you, that you shared that insight, and it was really relatable because we lived our 3 years. Specifically, me, I lived my 3 years in hostel, and that one thing that went in our college is seniors are always right, and they also helped us in every step after our teachers. So yes, I am always grateful to them. Aishani, your questions, please.
Yes, thank you, sir. So, the name of our program is Crossroads. So, my question is also something like this. What was the crossroad of your life? So, this is a common question. So, Mr. Jaswal, can you answer first?
Okay, if you can enlighten me with the crossroad word, the meaning you all are actually looking for, so I will be helpful.
Crossroad means, that stage at your life in which you had a lot of options, but you went for one specific one.
Okay, so I had many times this thing happened with me. Maybe you will be able to relate this because when I was 12th pass, I had good score marks, so I had the options available. So whatever my father suggested me, I was okay with it. So I had the option. I was a commerce background, so I chosen the hotel management. Then I As the second crossroad came when I was very sure about my chef life. I wanted to become a chef, but then I realized, nay, chef is not a real coffee for me. I should go for something else. So it's F&B. When you are in industry, I had many times got the chance. Eric, see, if you are in industry, as Mr. Roy said, if related, if you're not spending time in the hotel industry, you are feeling that I got the promotion, I got the little money extra, and I'm moving fast. So moving fast may not help you in the later stages. You need to understand the basics. So these things has came in my life also. I was getting the opportunities very fast. Well, I was in a high, then I got a Taj, then I got another brand interview scheduled. Then my managers and my seniors told me, stay. Staying is very important. So understand your capabilities. So there were so many crossroads, but somehow with the help, with the guidance of my parents, my seniors, my faculties, I stood one place. But that's what I always say to everyone: be calm. Life is like not like a race. It's like to be calm, understand, and take your decisions very wisely. Moving from one place to another is very easy, but it may take you to wrong way also sometimes. So everyone do have this kind of crossroads. Over to Mr. Roy, if he can share his experience on this.
Uh, okay, it's like Mr. Jaswal only. I also had commerce in my 12th. So I was a student of West Bengal board. So I had first division in commerce, and so I got a chance in college in accountancy honors. But this hotel management course was brought to me by my father. All kind of informations from the brochure, from paper cutting, different informations on where is the exam, how is the exam, how you need to prepare everything. He got those information to me. So I believed in him, and I worked on the road he wanted me to work. The second thing is, during my college life, I did not have a specification on the department initially. I went for my industrial training. When I came back, I thought that I found the housekeeping department will be suitable for me. I don't know why, but I had that thought in my mind that I will join housekeeping. So I was focusing on housekeeping, and all those cleaning agents and everything. How will you remove ball paint mark, and those kind of a thing. I mucked up everything. So I sat for interviews for housekeeping also. But the first job with the job which I got in Bhubaneswar, the hotel which is currently known as the Empire, which is in Shahid Nagar. You people must be knowing, the student of IHM Bhubaneswar who visit Shahid Nagar uh, every week. So they must be knowing it, that there's a hotel called Empire. It's a very small hotel. So I went there for an interview when I got my first job. I was with the first round with the HR manager, and I told him that I am interested to join housekeeping department. He told me that we have a vacancy in housekeeping, but we will not take you for housekeeping. We'll take you for front office. So if you are interested, then you can wait for your second round outside my office. And if you think that you will go only for housekeeping, you can take your file, and we will let you know if there is anything that we have. So I had that thing going on in my mind. What should I do? Should I tell him that, okay, fine, I'll sit for front office now? For front office, there will be questions related to the general knowledge. There will be questions related to currency. There will be questions related to different countries, capital. So I know that I can answer some basic questions, but there was a dilemma going on. But I took a risk. Okay, fine. If this is my chance, I did not have anything in my hand. I'll go for it, and I'll face whatever will happen. So I told him that okay, fine. I'll sit for front office. I was sent to the front office manager, and fortunately, I qualified and I got my first job. So that is the crossroad that happened to me twice. And after that, I continued my journey with front office and room reservations and revenue.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so
sir,
much,
for
sir. Thank
this
you.
lovely experience. I'm sure we learned quite a lot from this, and I'm sure Swapnadeep has to ask you some questions.
Yes,
Okay.
of course. I first thank both of you that you gave your insight when you were of our age, and we can relate to every situation you explained. And I am very sure that we will relate to the our future things that you have gone through, and you are there in the industry right now, and that will help a lot. Thank you for that. I have a question from the audience, Sir, Mr. Roy. Uh,
Yes.
Question from Madam Subhadra. Khetawat. She was your senior at the college, and she wants to put up that what will be the situation of the hospitality industry after this COVID time. And this was also our question we have planned. So this question came up, and this question is to both of you. Mr. Roy, first from you, please.
Okay, right now we all know that this COVID-19 situation is going through the globe. All the hotels and the travel and tourism business is now struggling, because you all can imagine a hotel nowadays. If, for example, if I take a hotel with 200 rooms, they're merely running with 10 rooms maximum or 20 rooms maximum because of the low occupancy. So the staffing and everything, it's on the low side. There is no recruitment happening. Okay, the chances of promotion and increment, everything is on stake for this year. Okay, same is happening with the airlines. An Airbus with a seating capacity of 150, more than 150, they're flying with 20 or 30 passengers nowadays, because I have a few of my colleagues who are in cabin crew of Indigo. They are posting pictures in Facebook from where I can easily find in the plane that there are, you can hardly find passengers sitting. So getting the cost of that fuel, it's very difficult for the airlines. I'm not taking into consideration the salary of the captain or the cabin crew. But we need to have patience on these days. This industry will definitely bounce back when the situation gets normal. Now we can see that there are ample number of vaccines which are coming in, so we have a ray of hope that situation will be normal. And the moment there will be a movement that starts with the companies, there will be people traveling, and the hotel and the travel tourism business, these are the two sectors will revive back the fastest, because people will travel, they will need accommodation, and they will travel either by air or by train. Okay, so these are the two sectors that will come back very fast. So you people do not have to worry. As advised by Dr. Sudhir Andrews few days back at the webinar that you had in your college, focus on your self development. Utilize this time, do some self development work, and those self development will definitely give the return when the situation becomes normal. That is my advice to everybody, to my dearest students. Mr. Jaswal.
Very well said, Mr. Roy, and definitely this would be my answer. And maybe what I can, how I just can ask you to be optimistic always, because this is not the first time industry is going through with this. We have many years experiences, and when I was joining this industry in 2008, there was a recession time. Then also I found the same situation कि आपको मेरी job गई, but never happened. So guys, don't worry about it. Everything will be settled out very soon, because this is the fastest growing industry. It was, it is, it will be. So you are in a very safe hands. Be just what you need to do. Just remember, whatever you have learned till now, the final students, those who are actually thinking कि अब क्या होगा, everything will happen great if you are confident enough. Make your skills tight. Whatever you have learned, whatever you have the doubts which were not able to finish in your college life, complete now. This is the right time. Every time has either a good time or a bad time, but you need to find out the advantages of it. So you have a free time, you can learn the skills, you can think how much better you can be the next as you are doing the updation of your mobiles daily, update yourself, right? Update yourself too, so that tomorrow when the interview will start, you can crack it. If you were planning to get a job, now try to for the empty programs, that's what you can do best. So as we can say, a small word come in my mind, which I always follow: अगर मन का हो तो अच्छा, और ना हो तो और भी अच्छा. तो that's what is all. अगर जो नहीं आपके मन का नहीं होगा, वो भगवान के मन का होगा. That's what Krishna told in Shri Krishna told in the Gita also. So be sure everything will be okay. That's not your problem. This is the problem which is faced by the globally. So you will get the chance for sure. आपका time भी आएगा.
Thank you so much, sir. So, connecting to this, I actually have one question. This is a common question. And since both of you are faculty members, a lot of students have, plans to go for higher studies. So, what do you think about this?
Mr. Roy, you being a senior,
You,
please.
you, you, you please carry on. You carry on. I will
Okay.
take it on.
Guys, understand one thing. This is the question which was asked in my classes on few of my students also. Sir, is it a right time to go from higher study, or should I go for the higher study after this? Guys, I believe personally that study is something which cannot be ended ever. So learning something, as I said earlier, learning mode should be always on. If you're getting an opportunity, if you are good enough to, you are ready to read more, you are ready to learn more, you should go for higher studies. It's never bad to have some study. Everything is actually comes in back in your life and helps you. When I was passed out, my aim was to get the job. Then later stages, I did my MBA also. When I found कि नहीं यार इंडस्ट्री में मजा तो आ रहा है, लेकिन प्रमोशंस के लिए कुछ एक डिग्री और हो जाए, मास्टर्स हो जाए तो बेटर हो जाएगा. Then I did my MBA in marketing. So what I suggest you guys, if you have any plans for the masters in your life, to do it right out, because once your student life is over and you are engaged in the industry, there would be a chance that you will get a chance. हो सकता है आपकी आपकी पोजीशन, आपकी आपकी इनकम इतनी हो चुकी हो कि आप सोचो अब मैं अगर ब्रेक लूंगा तो यार मुझे शुरू से स्क्रैच से शुरू करना पड़ेगा. देयर सो मेनी सिचुएशन विल कम. If you think you want to learn something new, you are ready to for master, to go for it and complete your studies, because industry is here only waiting for you always and waiting for you to ask you to work more. But finish your studies, and if you think nahi abhi job kar lete hain baad mein kar lenge, people do it. I did it, but this will be little difficult क्योंकि job छोड़ के घर बैठ के दोबारा पढ़ना, it's actually starting your bike again from the first gear and then moving to fifth gear. So that's could be difficult afterwards. Thank you. Over to
Yes,
Mr. Roy.
sir.
Okay, I'm taking this from Mr. Jaswal. So, if you take my yeah, if you're getting an opportunity to join the industry, you can join. I'm sorry, there was a technical glitch. My line got disconnected.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I was telling, if you get an opportunity to join the industry, you can join. Okay, you need to have a strong plan for your career. Okay, as Mr. Jaswal told that there is a scope of doing higher studies, especially for hotel management students. They basically go for MBA. Why? Because in MBA you have options. In MBA we will learn things regarding to HR, regarding leadership, which you is which is required for as your managerial skills. And there is will go because MBA course of a particular with a particular stream, which will help you in
I think we are facing some technical glitches.
Sadly, we cannot control the technology, and
into
Exactly.
that position. If you have a plan to go to join HR in your later stage of your life, you have to choose it accordingly. Remember that GM of a maybe some technical glitches. It,
so I think the network is not very much our friend at this moment. And so yes, that was a very serious discussion from our esteemed guests. And so I want to ask both of you about your college life, because in our college life there are many elements that shape us, not only our teachers and not only the education that we get. There are certain friends, and there are certain, if I say, teasings that happens with us. Uh, at certain moment we find it very offensive, or we find it very much dearly that we fly on cloud nine. How to control the things that go on in college? Like if somebody says you're the best chef ever, so people like us who are just the students try to fly on cloud nine and think they are the best chef on the world. Or if somebody says that your wine knowledge is very good and you will be a sommelier, and we just get it on our nerves. So how to control the comments, and how to control our emotions over the comments in the college life from your perspective, sir? Mr. Roy, first of you, please.
Okay, that is a quite tricky question. Actually, that depends on the person. How will you handle the comment, the compliment? Okay, you need to you do not you actually do not forget any time uh, the base. You don't lose your temperament at any point of time. I don't know how many of you follow Mr. Maheshwari, a motivational speaker. I heard him regarding giving tips on interview once. So he was telling that when we get a chance of for an interview, an opportunity for an interview, there are people who are overconfident because of some comments that, as Shapnadeep said, that you are you have very strong knowledge in F&B, you are a very strong knowledge in kitchen, and that makes that person overconfident, and he starts planning before he gets the job. That for him, he thinks that yes, I already get this job. This is for me only, and within 2 years I will be in this position, so I can plan my future. I'll have a car, I'll have a house, I'll travel there. There are there is another type of a person who is a little low on the confidence side, and he or she will also think that I don't think so I will get a job because Shopnodeep is sitting for this interview. He is tremendous in FNB. So what happens, both of these persons are losing out their focus from the main thing, which is interview. Okay, so my thing is, take compliment. Do not ever get over satisfied with the compliment. It's good that you know that you have that strong point. Take that as a strong point. Okay, this is my strong point, so I need to work on that. Don't ever think that okay, fine, I then if I am strong in FNB, then it's no point reading that Thangam Philip FNB book, and I will answer any damn question on wine region and liquors and recipes of cocktails or food accompaniments, whatever will be asked to me, I can easily answer it. That means you are already strong, and you keep on practicing on the same. That is my answer to your question. Over to you, Mr. Jaswant.
Very well said, Mr. Roy. And definitely, I will take this with the live example which has happened with me. In my college, my teacher was very happy. Rohit is very champ. Yeah, this all बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है और it took me to the next level. यार अब तो job लग के रहेगी, ठीक है? And as I gave you my experience when I got passed out, I was not getting a job. So this was a time when I becoming demotivated myself and become little I was confused. Yeah, I was very good in that, and now why my colleagues are getting job, why I'm not getting job, and these things comes in mind. So whenever you're getting comments or compliments, I must say, take this very take it very positively. Definitely take it very humbly, right? Compliments is something for what you are working for since your childhood. Compliments के लिए ही तो काम कर रहे हैं. We need to also figure out what are the weaknesses. वो कोई नहीं बताता. Nobody gives you the feedback कि भाई तुम इसमें अच्छा नहीं हो. I need to work out on my feedbacks कि यार ये अच्छा क्यों नहीं है. अगर मैं F&B में बहुत अच्छा हूँ तो इसको करो साइड में. अब आते हैं फ्रंट ऑफिस पे. तो फ्रंट ऑफिस अच्छा क्यों नहीं हो? क्योंकि एग्रीगेट मार्क्स जो होते हैं वो आपके अकाउंट्स, मैथ, इंग्लिश सबको मिला के आते हैं. अगर आप अकाउंट्स में 100 आए और इंग्लिश में 50 ला रहे हो तो आप कहीं 75 पे अटकोगे जाके. To understand every subject is important, and similarly, every compliment along with the feedback is important. So always take the compliments and ask for the feedback from same person. Mr. Roy telling Rohit Swal is very good speaker. Okay, thank you, sir. But sir, what are the weaknesses? What were the points where you felt कि wrong? तो मैं उस पर workout करूँगा, please. मुझे वो भी बता दो साथ साथ ही. So this is what how you to take the compliments. और definitely compliment उसको अच्छा लगता है. Everyone loves it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Your both of your words of wisdom will really help us. And since you have guided us since the last hour, I am so pumped up. I cannot tell you. The one thing that comes in my mind is the question is how to get over the dilemma of marks being the supreme most. When we get into our college, we just form a dilemma that I have to get good marks, or that person is the topper of my batch. I need to get over him, or I need to get better marks. What are your views on this? How marks are important, and how that should be kept in perspective?
All right. If I can answer this first, Mr. Roy.
Yes, please.
Uh, I would say, guys, see, marks marks become a very important these days. But I suggest if you are in hotel management and this is a skill-based program, so guys, marks actually don't hamper much in your career. But yes, what hampers much is what skill you have, what knowledge you have. आपको खुद पता है आपको कितना पता है, right? The event it actually comes when I know I'm not good in wines और मैं उसको सिर्फ overshadow कर रहा हूँ, कोई बात नहीं, मुझे पता है लेकिन let it be. To understand marks are important and this is not a race. I always when I was in industry I always used to tell this to subordinates कि आपका competition किससे है. तो मेरे स्टीवर्ड्स भी बोलते थे मेरा कंपटीशन सर इससे है उससे. मैं कहा नहीं, आपका कंपटीशन मेरे से है बीइंग अ कैप्टन. मेरी जगह के लिए भागोगे तो आप ग्रो करोगे, आपस में ही भागोगे तो कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला किसी को. To understand, you should run not for the marks, you should run for the skills and knowledge. What next position is actually having. आपका टारगेट नेक्स्ट पोजीशन है, ना कि वो उसको पीछे करना. पीछे करके आगे बढ़ने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. अगले वाले के लिए रन करो, उनका काम सीखो. Tomorrow if you want to become manager, you should know the manager work. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आप गए और आपको ओबराय में बोला कि टुडे इज द मैनेजर, करो काम, आप बोलो क्या करूं, तो फिर क्या फायदा होगा मैनेजर बनने का. अंडरस्टैंड दिस, मार्क्स विल नॉट हेल्प यू इन दिस इंडस्ट्री एटलीस्ट. डेफिनेटली आपका डिग्री में काम आएंगे, लोग देखेंगे आपको, वाओ यू आर अ ग्रेट स्टूडेंट. अच्छा आप मुझे बताओ कि डिस्टिलेशन क्या होती है, फर्मेंटेशन क्या होती है, यू आर गुड इन इट. ओके, अब इसको बेच के दिखाओ. तो वो तो नहीं होगा. क्यों सर? ये पता है कि बियर के नाम पता है, उनका हर एक अल्कोहल कंटेंट पता है, लेकिन ये बेचना पूछना मुझे नहीं आता. So what's the use? So understand marks actually important, but knowledge is more important. As you have seen Three Idiots, I hope every student is read can Three Idiot. है ना?
Yes, sir, definitely.
तो फिर पैसों के पीछे मत भागो. It's all about how much you are good in your skills. That's more important. Over to Mr. Roy.
Yes, I totally agree with Mr. Jaiswal. Personally, I feel that you need to balance your knowledge and skill in this industry, both. If you do not have knowledge, you will not be able to crack your interview, and if you do not have skill, you will not be able to perform when you will be on board. So you have to balance it. If you take a live example, I'll give you. Our batch topper did not get any job in the campus placement. So that is the biggest example I can give to the dearest student of IHM Bhubaneswar. Okay,
Thank you
he
so
was the
much,
topper.
sir.
He is right now a respected faculty in IHM Kolkata, but he got his first job through an walk-in interview in Taj Bengal. So you need to balance your knowledge and skill both. You have to make sure
Thank
that
you
you do
so
not
much, sir, for
any
this.
back paper in any of the core subjects. Okay, you make sure that you are absolutely clear with your studies, but you should have the skill in balance also.
Thank you, sir. I am sure we learned quite a lot from these. Now, I have this one last question for you, Mr. Roy. Since you're from our college, can you tell us a few friends who were with you when had some challenges? They were with you like mentally. And can you also let us know some best memories that you had in our college, and if you can mention one favorite faculty?
The faculty members in IHM Bhubaneswar, they all are my favorite and respected faculty. So I do not want to, mention any particular name. They are all my favorites. Till now, I still have contacts with all of them. I'm still in touch with them. Yes. For the mental support, if you say, uh, unfortunately, when I went for my job search, there was nobody, no friends with me, because they were all in a different place of the country. It is not their fault. They were all in Mumbai, because most of them were from kitchen and F&B. So their target is to go for the cruise line. So they chose a field, chose a place from where they can, easily go for the cruise lines, and they chose to go to Mumbai. But I moved to Delhi, so I single-handedly, handled all the situations that came to me, that those rejection stages, and when I got through my first job. Okay, so those experiences, everything I handled on my own. Yes, whenever I called them, they used to suggest me not to worry when I was struggling with my job, and I know that most of my friends had already got their jobs in various hotels in Mumbai. They were, some of the friends, they got through MT programs. They have already started their careers. So whenever I called them, they mentally support me, and they guide me not to worry how to, get out of this position. They, every time. And we, that in IHM, you people also have a group in WhatsApp, and we also have a group in WhatsApp. So if we get a chance to do a reunion kind of a thing, we definitely go. This year it happened in the month of February last year. We met with our friends after 15, 16 years. Okay, so they are working in various areas. If you ask me to tell you about memories in IHM Bhubaneswar, I have lot many. So this limited time will not permit me to cherish those, because I have lot many memories in my college, starting the first day I stepped in till the last day I told bye bye to Bhubaneswar. Those 3 years, uncountable golden memories are there with me.
Thank you, sir. I think we have one question from the audience. Just so the question is from Chef Vikash Sharma. The question is, do you think that hotels will give weightage to those online studies and certificates which students are earning rather than the same practical exposure? So this is a common question. So can any one of you answer this?
Uh, yeah, I would love to answer that, dear. As Chef asked this question, I would say that in my knowledge and my opinion, definitely whatever you are studying. See, as I said earlier, also any of the knowledge never goes for toss. You will get the benefits of all kind of knowledges you have. So whatever you're learning online, if you are doing it for the sake of just doing it for getting a e-certificate and all, that will not help at all. But if you're learning it, if your students are actually engaging themselves and they're understanding, okay, in this problem we are learning this, and this will help us in the coming future. So definitely hotel will also consider it. Yes, and it would be more weightage that in this pandemic situation, everyone is struggling, these students actually did their best. They actually tried their level best, right? So even the hotels knows what is the situation going on. And in my opinion, if I'm a hotelier, I'm a HR, I will consider those students who actually did their semester online and actually can be the best in the industry available. So that's what I said. Whatever you're doing it for the sake of actually doing it. Don't not for only for time pass कि अच्छा कोई देख नहीं रहा है, teacher कुछ बोल नहीं सकता. That's actually, or I know out of 100, 99% students are trying their level best. But if you have any doubts, please go to your faculties. Please check it again. I'm eagerly waiting for the calls of the students to ask me on a current topic what I taught today. Because if you are not asking, that means from my end, my work is done. But I know it is not that easy because I was also a student. एक बारी में होटल मैनेजमेंट का 5th सेमेस्टर या 6th सेमेस्टर समझ में आ जाए तो फिर बात ही क्या. It's not that easy at all. I know. Please ask. And if you are learning it online, I would say Mr. Chef Sharma, I know him very well, that he asked this question for the sake of the students, those who are actually watching this program. So guys, please pull up your socks and do it wisely. Understand that this is very important to use this platform, and hotels will definitely give you charity later. you get the chance and fair chance for everyone will get a fair chance to the industry definitely.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Mr. Roy, what are your opinions on this question?
Yes, whatever Mr. Jaswal told is absolutely correct. The first thing is this digital classes which are going on right nowadays in all the universities and colleges. Students need to understand the importance that this is a class.
I think we are again facing some technical glitches. Uh,
Well, if technology doesn't favor us, we can ask a certain question from audience. Sumit says that your point of view upon failure in life and how to handle it. Because everybody says that if you get success, do this and do that. Nobody explains what to do when you fail.
Until you understand the importance, you will not be able to learn it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, if I'm audible to you, please confirm. Mr. Roy?
I think he's having network issues.
Okay, guys. So meanwhile, let me answer this for you guys.
Yes,
See,
of course.
in my dictionary, if I say in today's scenario, even or when my student was not in my dictionary, it came later stages. That failure is nothing. Trust me, failure is nothing. It's always something you learn, or maybe you get ready for the next how to do it better. For example, I was teaching this to my students in couple of years, couple of classes back. That what exactly the failure mean? So anyone if of you students can answer me who actually developed the bulb, who actually innovated the bulb? Any
Well,
idea?
it was originally it was Nikola Tesla, and
Uh-huh.
Edison took it over.
Edison Dewan. So Edison, let's take the example of Edison sir only. He told us when there was an interview happened, कि sir why you are not getting distracted कि हो नहीं रहा है, let it be नहीं हो रहा तो क्या करना है? He answered it very nicely that I had 100 ways not to make the bulb. So what I wanted to know only one way to make it. So guys, nothing is failure. Failure life में आना ही चाहिए. अगर आपका फेल ही नहीं हुआ कभी तो आपको अब if I'm getting first position every time तो कल अगर फर्स्ट पोजीशन नहीं आएगी तो आई विल फील यार ये क्या हो गया मेरे साथ. बट फॉर द बैक बेंचर्स लाइक मी जिनके कभी 90% आए ही नहीं और इमीडिएटली 92 आ जाए वो कहेंगे अरे वाह ये कैसे कर दिया मैंने. तो यू नीड टू हैव लिटिल बिटर and that's a reason in your French classical menu dessert is in the end, not in the beginning. So you should have the sweet at the end of your meal, not in the beginning. Failure is very important. अगर आप कभी फेल नहीं हो रहे हो that's another thing come in mind immediately. If I do love to share this with you. अगर आप किसी रोड पे जा रहे हो और हर चीज आपकी तरफ आ रही है तो उसका क्या मतलब है कि आप उल्टे जा रहे हो. You are going wrong. So similarly, everything is coming fast. That means you are wrong way. You are on wrong track. To understand, failure is nothing. Either learn it or understand how to do it better with. That's all. So do not get confused with the failure word. Nothing is failure. Over to Mr. Roy if he is connected now.
Yes, sir, Mr. Roy. If you can hear us, please.
Okay, as Mr. Jaswal told, that in this industry also, when you people will join and work, there will be situations which we, in the hotelier language, we call guest complaint. Guest complaint is it's because of the service failure. So if those guest complaints does not come, you will not get an opportunity to improve your service. Okay, so you need to take those failures in a positive way, an opportunity to improve your weaknesses. Okay, that is what I can say on this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you a lot for taking time out of your busy schedule and, sparing this time to enlighten us with lots of information. Thank you to our audience, our viewers, our batchmates, and our faculty members. And also, thank you to Avinash, sir, because he was the one who gave in this idea of starting this thing.
Well, to take over from that, I would also like to extend the gratitude part to everyone out there in IHM Bhubaneswar, to both of our esteemed guests. Because of you, we are very much pumped in this extraordinary times. Well, thank you, Abhinash sir, and thank you, Sayak, for giving us such a good show. Thank you, all of the panel, and thank you, audience, for
Just
accepting us. Yes,
Swapnadip,
sir.
just one thing I want to add before your vote of thanks. So don't tell me thanks because I have three lifeline. One is a backside of me, that is my books, my career, my profession, and one is my doing, that is my librarianship, and another is you, that is my student. So you all are my lifeline. So don't tell me thank you. Well, so now you can tell your vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for everything you have done for us. And yes, thank you, audience. And we will be back to every alternative Sunday, next the episode 3, and we'll get back to you. We will be seeing you, and thank you. Namaskar. Have a great evening
नमस्कार.
ahead.
आपको बहुत बहुत नमस्कार. Thank you very much.